Hello Aquarius, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For August 2022, it's 4:35 on the clock, which is the Emperor and the Wounded Warrior. I have the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook to set the tone, the Gilded Tarot for the read, and the Rider-Waite minis for clarifications. And we're going to get right into this. If you want a reading or session with me, my information's below as well as on my website, twinflames3344.com. I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe. And if you like this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I so appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys for being here. And let's get going here. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, August 2022, Aquarius. These came out right away. We have the Crow, who's standing guard of the collective awakening here. You see all the dark energy being expelled from the planet. We have the Black Egg of the Truth, the need to use your throat chakra, speak your truth, and there's the collective awakening from the side. So you can see the awakening top down or from the side on the ground with the troops. And this is from the side. This is also the cosmic egg of the crown awakening. So we have the throat chakra and the crown chakra. And the vulture, which can be an older eagle as well. But they are they have a purpose too. They're there to pick up the scraps that nobody else wants. And look at, we have the vulture over here standing guard and the crow over there standing guard. And then the octopus teacher, who doesn't live very long because they die when they give birth. The bottom of the deck here is the oyster, all clammed up with their feelers out there. Let's see what else is coming up with this guy. Below the oyster is the firefly, which is fleeting inspiration. So there is a lot of light and inspiration here, but it's very fleeting. And the oyster's kind of scared to open up here. All right, just putting their feelers out to see what the temperature is and if it's safe to come out. Okay, so there's a lot of being on guard here. I'm getting too, someone's like, this is someone holding back their colorful egg from this black egg over here. They don't want to share it with them. And this is coming up as the same as here. It's the world awakening to the Kundalini awakening, the crown being opened up, and the need to speak your truth, to be honest with yourself and speak your truth. And the crow is very wise, and the vulture can too, especially if it's an eagle who's an older eagle and not actually a vulture. But their standing guard is very powerful here, like the gatekeepers and the octopus teacher. And also a beautiful mind was just coming up in Capricorn, so you may be dealing with that in a sense as well. And this could be the main frame. And remember in an octopus that all of their legs can operate independently from the main frame over here. But they're struggling in this energy because they're the only one who's in this dark energy. They can't get themselves out because they're in their head, they're not in their heart. You need to get into that high vibration of love and laughter and compassion in order to get out of that dark energy which is being expelled from the planet right now. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you specifically as the crow falls down. The crow's distance is coming up as well, which is that hypotenuse angle. The crow's distance. I feel like the crows fell back because they don't agree with the way the others want to do it. So let's see what's going on here for you. And again, the oyster's all clammed up here, not speaking their truth. Maybe you have ideas, but you're not sharing them with others because you're scared of being rejected or turned down, or that maybe they're much more educated than you and you feel like they won't respect your opinion. And this can be in a company or corporation, right, where there's a big mainframe and then a lot of different departments. Maybe deciding which department to work in or which one you're going to head, or maybe if you're starting a company together, you know, not being able to not feeling like you're equal with the others. Or maybe you're making someone else feel not equal with the others. And usually Aquarius is very candid. They usually speak their mind. they can be emotionally detached. So let's see what's coming up with that. Aquarius for August 2022. Aquarius. 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 August 2022. Okay. All right. So for Aquarius, your first card out is the Fool. Feeling free. There may be some Aries energy there too. Free to leap with an open heart. Be childlike. Ready to go on a new journey. A brand new fresh start. Challenged by work perhaps, or getting your ducks in a row, needing to stay up late to get the details. There may be some Judaism here that comes into the read as well. Maybe you have a mouse or a hamster as a pet. There's also a spider up here in the webs, because that can have to do with the internet and the web, the grids as well, the etheric grids. Maybe you're able to connect better at night when you're all alone with your little mouse friend or your little spider friend, because you're connecting with the energies of the earth, not just with other humans and the very tainted and cloudy connection that we all live in with all of the 5G energies and all the other stuff that's coming through with CERN and everything. So maybe at night when it's all quiet, when all the world's asleep, the question runs so deep for such a simple man. Won't you please, please tell me who I am? Please tell me who I am. The underlying, or the foundation here is the Emperor, being in control of the situation. This can also represent presidential energy, the red, white, and blue of the US. There's also many other countries that are red, white, and blue, though. There may be news about Trump that's coming up, but there's also Caesar energy around this. I was getting seizure of property. In the recent past here is the Queen of Cups reversed. And this can be somebody emotionally detached. Or maybe it's someone who's depressed or has alcohol issues. There is a drink in her hand. And we have Aries and Aries. They're both upright. Really powerfully strong Aries here connected to you, Aquarius. What's crowning for you is the Five of Wands reversed, ending the conflict or in a losing battle, not liking to fight, maybe you don't like conflict. What's coming up for you is the Six of Pentacles, of sharing, being charitable, perhaps settling out with someone, or liking being the one who everybody, being able to give to other people, right? Because then they like you, that type of energy. But it's like dealing with the masses. You see yourself as the Ten of Wands of Atlas with the weight of the world. Maybe you feel under pressure by the two buck over here watching you all the time. On feeling the pressure of needing to get it done, you're running back. I feel like you're carrying all this weight and work, but you're actually focused on something else from the past. But you're looking right at the Emperor. So you could be slaving for the Emperor, and that may be how you're seeing it. Because you feel like you're doing all the work, and they get all the glory. What's around you or how others see you is the Four of Swords. Perhaps there's a lack of trust here in this card, because you're going for the sword over here, which can be the truth, ready with your ammunition in case they come at you. You're ready for somebody else to break your heart, or you're very focused on your heart while you're asleep, or you're not able to sleep and you're trying to connect with your heart, or maybe you're trying to meditate or in prayer, but this is someone who's got trust issues. And then the block here for you is the Page of Swords reversed, which came up in Capricorn's read near the end over here. And this is a very immature energy. It can be a child mouthing off, it can be lying and spying, it can be bipolarism or ADHD coming through as well. But it's, it can be a very immature way of communicating or messaging, or just not messaging at all, right? Not speaking to someone instead of trying to work it out. But this is a block for you. Maybe you're Aquarius, which is air. Maybe you have a way of snapping at people and saying mean things. The challenge for you is working late, and the challenge you is either somebody else's immature communication or your own, or dealing with messages. You don't like to deal with messages because there's too many. What's coming up at the end here is the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, imprisoned, or literally in jail, but you can walk out of this prison. It's your choice to stay there, which is coming up in that card. That's what the Eight of Swords is about. It's always your choice. You may be saying, I don't have a choice, but you do. So feeling imprisoned in a losing battle, or imprisoned by ending conflict. You don't like to face conflict. But I don't really get that with Aquarius. Aquariuses I worked with always had no problem facing conflict. Maybe the peace is the problem. Maybe you think something's wrong if it's ever peaceful. Let's keep going. What's connecting you to what's left hanging in limbo is frustration, the Ace of Wands reversed, a lack of inspiration, feeling anxiety, maybe you have anxiety issues. Maybe you having trouble getting aroused, finding humor or laughter in your life, trouble getting pregnant, or unable to conceive of something. But again, I feel like you feel like you're the slave to the emperor and feeling like you're imprisoned while they get the glory and they're free to do what they want. And what's hanging in limbo here is the King of Pentacles upright, which came up reversed in the same position for Capricorn, I think it was. Unless it was Sag. We just did Capricorn and Sag. So I'm going to pull a few cards for the end in case we need them. See what's coming up here. All right, so that's very interesting the way it's coming up. So, all right, the bottom of the deck here is also Judgment, reversed. This is someone who needs to swallow their pride or makes poor judgment calls. The day the music died, someone who choked or spoke too soon. Maybe they shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, maybe you're holding back announcements here. This can have to do with music too, like cutting off the music. Okay, so we have a falling out in the past or a negative childhood. This could be children who could be an issue for you as well. That's the bliss of the worst is over. Somebody walked away from all the mess. They're not dealing with it anymore. So some kind of falling out or fight in the past, or this could just be a negative childhood and someone wanting to rediscover themselves, their own inner child. And then here's the Page of Cups of rejection and vulnerability or shyness, or being spoiled and entitled. But this is ultimately rejection, you know, in the past and having to walk away. And here now is the High Priestess of psychic abilities and an open heart, able to keep secrets and jump tall buildings in a single bound is what I'm getting as well. This could be a Pisces or divine feminine energy who's very flexible. Maybe somebody's doing gymnastics or ballet or going to Cirque du Soleil type of energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed here, who could be ungrounded or lost money or status recently, or just is all about the money, and maybe their world's been turned upside down. Again, Pisces, and Earth energies here, along with Aquarius. This is Aquarius for me, reversed here as well. So Pisces is upright though. So let's see how this comes up. Maybe somebody always wanted to play an instrument. Maybe someone wants to try to go back and learn an instrument. I don't usually get that. Okay, so, well, the worst is over. The bliss may be setting in over here regarding the Queen of Cups up there, over there. And this is how it comes up looking. Somebody walked away. Perhaps then the other person is now then able to open their heart to the Queen of Pentacles over here. There's definitely falling out or a negative childhood, or this could be a pet as well. But also, you know, having to leave behind the pets is not easy. Or this can be children who are acting up as well. And maybe it's not so hard to leave them behind because they've been acting up recently. And the Queen of Pentacles, who could have Pisces in her chart and or Aquarius, that could be you with Earth in your chart. And we have, like I said, double Aries upright, so there's very positive energy. Aries, you may be having an issue with them because they get all the attention because they're the boss. And then we have, that's it. But as far as people, the court cards, we have the King of Pentacles, so all the earth signs are coming up. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. We have the Page of Swords here. So Aquarius, that's you, but also could be Gemini and Libra coming up right there. And then we have the Queen of Cups. We have all the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio over there. She's reversed. So is the Page of Swords over here. But this can also be messages. It doesn't have to be a person. So we have the Queen of Cups reversed and the King of Pentacles upright. And here's the boss person who's free. And you're not. You're feeling like Atlas with the weight of the world. And there's the Aquarius reversed energy over there. So we're going to clarify all of this. Somebody doesn't feel like they can speak up or speak their mind. And there could be someone also, you or somebody else could be accused of having their hands all over everything. It's like they're keeping this one away from the collective awakening or the truth coming out over here. The octopus could be coming up also for Lionsgate, which is coming up 8-8, because the octopus is 8. What do we have here too? Yeah, there's a very, mixed energy here between all the elements. The swords, swords, swords. The swords aren't very positive for you necessarily, which is your energy, but you're seeing yourself more as fiery energy. And the challenge for you is communication and work, or working late, or getting, maybe you don't like organizing things, like getting your ducks in a row, that kind of stuff. And there's Judaism coming up here. Maybe your religion is a challenge for you or your partner. And then we have the underlying energy here. And this is the Page of Cups reversed. The vulnerable one who's coming up right here. This can be someone vulnerable and shy, or spoiled and entitled. But it has to do with rejection issues and immaturity. Right? Just lashing out because of being afraid of getting their feelings hurt. And then this is hanging out, seeing a new perspective, or Pisces or Capricorn energy here. Again, this is how you feel with the boss here, the magician, that he makes all the magic and you get to do all the work. And that keeps coming up. So the Queen of Cups reversed in the past. Don't forget we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed there too. Queen of Cups in the past. Why is that coming up for Aquarius? Who walked away from a lot of emotion that she put into something in order to pursue something else, to get attention or success, to get back up on the horse and do it again, or to find romance. And that could be someone who got their feelings hurt. But again, it can be someone who's emotionally detached or over-emotional with depression or alcohol issues, who makes poor decisions, poor judgment calls. And we have, again, the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups, and they came up significantly in both other reads today, Sagittarius and Capricorn. But they were upright in their reads. They're reversed in your read. So you might be on the other side of things in their story. So the Emperor here is reversed. There could be a female-female relationship here too. They could be anything. They could be sisters, people who are working together, but for some reason I'm picking that up from your read today. The foundation is the Emperor. Why is he coming up in your foundation? The Emperor. Okay, so perhaps seeing patience or making other people feel left out in the cold. This can be exile, injury, illness, but it can just be people leaving the hospital as well. And this is, after the war, after the virus, feeling left out. And there could be PTSD and looting energy here. This could be people who don't have a lot feeling cheated or stolen from someone who has a lot, who heals them but asks for a lot of money, kind of going to the doctor or whoever it is for you. Maybe they don't have a lot to offer post-war or post-virus, feeling very down on their luck or feeling a lack of energy or just kind of forlorn. And this can also be two people who really just appreciate each other no matter how little they have. and it's not worth fighting the Emperor because he's got so much more control. And there's energy with the family here, the unhappy family. There's a lot of unhappiness here. But the workplace is good, right? So it relates to that kind of energy there. There's a lot of unhappiness, dissatisfaction, an emotional cycle that has ended here. But perhaps someone doesn't like to be alone as well, and maybe that's why they stayed in this family energy, right? To not be alone. But the workplace seems fine in coming together to co-create. But there's an emotional issue, post-war, post-virus, post-whatever war there was, or whatever cuts were made. And this could be being laid off as well, or fired. The central energy is the Fool, taking a leap of faith with an open heart, perhaps skywriting, or perhaps learning code or interpreting code, perhaps doing reads, that kind of thing, or just astrology, standing up for themselves for what they love to do, even if others don't like it. And that could be the Queen of Wands who doesn't like what you're doing. Or that could, the Queen of Wands can be an Aries, but Aries is coming up upright and she's reversed. So I don't feel like that unless she's just an Aries, but she's not this Aries. She has a beef. This is a falling out in the past. Right? So the Fool is the Emperor standing up for themselves to the Queen of Wands in a falling out in the past, or a difficult child, or a difficult employee, or a difficult customer or patient. And then we have the challenge of the 8 of Pentacles, working late, just trying to get your ducks in a row, or doing research, looking at the details, studying every angle. Let's see, for Aquarius, why is that a challenge for you? Feeling, you're not expressing true feelings, and maybe you're the one stuck doing this while the Emperor goes free. Maybe go play sports, or, you know, let go of all their frustrations for the day. But then somebody else is stuck here. Or it could be vice versa, where they work late, but then you feel like your home life is never ending, right? They never help at home. It's either one of those. But this is not expressing true feelings. This is delays, delay in communication or travel, a heated debate or a heated exchange here in order to come full circle, or with Pisces or divine feminine energy here, or just the world in general. Not able to express oneself back and forth with the world, afraid to talk in front of people or get up in front of people. That can be maybe having a fight with the neighborhood as well. Maybe in a losing battle with the community, right? So if you live in a community where you have to do what the community says, you might be in a battle with them, but the worst is over, or ending pain, coming full circle. This could be a community pool as well. There may be some argument or battle at the pool, the community pool. It's like it's not a battle worth fighting, so you're not expressing your feelings, or they're not. And what's coming up here is the 6 of Pentacles, sharing, settling out, being charitable, offering the truth. Or feeling, this could be someone having their crown served to them on a silver platter as well. But giving the truth to those who take more than their fair share, right? This can be someone who's overindulgent or gossiping, third party, or bad influences. So the truth came in to the group, or the ones who are being the bad influences, the ones who are partying too much. Maybe they're getting a warning that they better start behaving and not gossiping at work, or they might get fired. And here's the King of Swords, who's being very in his integrity, in his truth. Or is this truth being presented to the King of Swords? I mean, there may be a sudden fight here. And this is sharing, though. Sharing the truth about bad influences or third party are not coming together with the King of Swords, who may explode into a fight or has an epiphany or sudden event happen. Maybe his crown blows and he gets into a mix with a group. Or this could be, you know, then just getting out of there to go play sports to get that frustration out of their system. And they may be dealing with a child here who's ornery as well, or their inner child who always wants to mouth off. And then going to play sports, some kind of release, then lets them, you know, get it out of their system. Then they surrender. There's a Sagittarius energy coming up there. And there's also Scorpio here. You see yourself as the 10 of Wands. Why? For Aquarius. Aquarius. This is offering new passion. Like you have 10. It's like, may I have another? Things may be slow, so you're offering another idea or growth or ways to grow the business to the Emperor, but maybe he's not listening to your ideas. Again, the never-ending story that things are slow, or that's their excuse as to why you have to do more work. And you're always offering some kind of idea or another way, but they're not listening. And again, you're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. Right, so you may be Earth and Aquarius. And here's the Queen of Pentacles reversed over there. We could have a Pisces right here. Maybe you're dealing with a sibling as well. Maybe the Queen of Cups is your sister. And you're both reversed. There's definitely a lot of Pisces energy coming up there too around this person. Maybe they're your younger sibling you're dealing with. Again, there's Scorpio reversed coming up here too, with Libra reversed. Could be in your chart, or perhaps children or people in your energy as you're trying to deal with the Emperor over here. But there's a very unhappy family or just emotional cycle that has ended. People, you know, trying to deal with PTSD issues after the war, after the virus, after the past couple of years where they've become destitute or things, or just become really hard for them, but not for the Emperor here. And then the Four of Swords here, with their just lack of trust in rest or needing to lay something to rest, meditating, praying. The Emperor and the marriage, or this is Taurus energy too. All right, so you're right next to the Queen of Pentacles, and they're not looking at each other. So it looks like either they could be brother and sister as well as in a relationship, or business partners, but they're not agreeing. They're both upright, but they're not looking at each other. He's much more traditional, and you may be offering new ideas, but they're not being accepted by him because he's more traditional, right? And actually, he may be offering love to, right, the wounded warrior, or you, to get you to surrender. So then they act all sweet to get you to do what they want you to do. That's how you're seeing it. The block is the Page of Swords reversed. The Four of Pentacles, which is, you know, kind of can be the Scroogey energy with the Page of Swords reversed. This is someone not wanting to share, not having a lot to share, or just being very Scroogey. Trying to save money here to get out of the prison. In a disconnect or at a distance, not seeing eye to eye, right? Not wanting to fight anymore, feeling like they're imprisoned, a never-ending battle. And the Eight of Swords. Knight of Wands reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So obviously this is a prison for two people, not just one, right? Maybe this one's seen as the player, and this is the one who spends nonstop or is dependent. And this is the one who always is fault. This could be someone who's got alcohol or drug dependency too, and they fall off the wagon. This one spends too much, and this one either is a player or they fall off the horse. This can be paralyzed by their passions too, and this one feeling powerless. This can also be someone who has good intentions to follow through, making promises they can't deliver because they expect too much. So it's like both sides, right? You see how that's a lose-lose situation. Neither one of them are going to win. And then it comes up, coming out, and this could be a parent too they have to take care of, or over-isolating together and then feeling sad in the end and feeling a lack of worth here on both parts. I don't feel like it's a good place for either. And then we have the Ace of Wands reversed. There's frustration or lack of sex or inspiration between the two. And there's maybe lying, cheating, or stealing, or running away from the Page of Pentacles, who has an idea or a prospect here, a new opportunity, an invite. But it may be not equitable. You know, running away from new things because then they'll get dragged into even more stuff, or you will. Or this is somebody offering a new challenge that, again, this was coming up in Capricorn too, that in the beginning it will be inequitable, but as we go it'll get better. And maybe this was the promise that was made, but it never got better. And then this is someone who's always trying to run away from things or get out of stuff. And maybe the Emperor does get out of stuff, and that's why you feel trapped. And then the King of Pentacles here. These also could be children within the relationship or people who work for you. King of Pentacles for Aquarius. There's two cards coming up here. Ace of Cups reversed and the Two of Wands reversed. Right, feeling overwhelmed with no options, dumped, pushed, dumped on, pushed the emotional limit. This can be triggering someone on purpose as well. And so that they have no choice. Like also posing questions so that you can only answer the way they want you to answer. And there's the prisoner again, the hostage, wanting to start over in love. Let's see what's coming up here. So after the King of Pentacles, we have somebody, he's coming clean, or maybe he's cleaning up his act or space. After, over here, always running away from new opportunities because maybe he's already overworked, unless this is you as Aquarius here. This could be to you, like this could be totally separate work than he does. Like you could be out at the gym working out all the time and maybe he's irritated with you. So it can go both ways, it depends on your story. But the King of Pentacles is cleaning up their act or coming clean. Maybe they're just still a little bit sneaky, but not being sneaky like they were before. They're still keeping their cards close to their chest, not wanting to share their time, money, or energy, but trying to clean up their act. With the Page of Pentacles around, maybe they're trying to be a better example for the child here who needs help, but not offering money freely, right? That's not the kind of help they need. They need to learn to help themselves. So it could be a split in a marriage, and maybe that's why the child is acting up. Or this can be alternative belief systems or thinking outside the box, and maybe the King of Pentacles is trying to influence the Page of Pentacles reversed to try to think outside the box to figure out what they need. This also could be a divorce, a break in a contract, or a break away from a religion. Maybe the child doesn't agree with your religion or the King of Pentacles religion, and there may be a breakdown. This could be a breakdown, break up, break through, break in, break, what did I say? And a break in or break out, up, down, break up, break down, you know what I mean? But it could be any kind of break. This can be someone on the warpath now. This could be a Taurus energy right here. Someone's mad and they'll get you. So they're getting the revenge by learning how to do all this magic work, like having all their tools on board. With the Empress reversed, who may be on, she may be the one on the warpath to get back. She wants to get revenge by, either she wants to get revenge on the Emperor, or she's going to get revenge by becoming better than him at what he does, like beating him at his own game. With his son going on vacation or spending money or exposing everything. Maybe she's threatening to expose him if he does something regarding the unhappiness of the family or in the ending of a family or emotional cycle here, right? Threatening to expose all if you leave me, that kind of thing. And there's that Two of Cups energy of that big connection here with the Queen of Swords. So she could be threatening to expose a third-party situation. So why is the King of Pentacles? And if you're the Queen of Pentacles, that could be your partner or brother, you know, or husband. It could be another relative too, but we do have a family aspect here between the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles reversed. And actually the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, came up for, I think it was Sagittarius, not Capricorn. I think it was Sagittarius right there. So what's between the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles reversed? It could be a Taurus energy. Lovers, or a lot of affection and needing to dump emotional attachments to things that are no longer needed. And this could be a child who's mad because the money is not what it used to be and they have to let go of activities or stuff, or having a yard sale. This also could be Gemini energy or twin energy. If they want to go on a trip, they have to sell some of their stuff or stop their activities. And that could be why the child's pissed off. And then we have the Empress reversed here too. So if you want to go, if you want to travel to the Empress reversed to go visit someone or go on vacation with them, then it's got to be on your own dime kind of thing for the child here. Because he's not going to spend the money because he doesn't have it. There's 4 Pentacles there. Why is the Hierophant reversed with the Chariot reversed? Why is the Hierophant and Chariot reversed? All right, we're not telling. They're not letting us know, right? Because that's something they're keeping to themselves. They're trying to keep their energy clear, or they're pretending they don't know so they don't have to deal with the situation. So it could be a problem here. Someone's not sleeping or trying to end the nightmare. They're totally stressed out, but don't want other people to know. And again, this could be connecting in the 5D with somebody else. Or this is also, no matter how much they lay down and pray or meditate, they can't sleep. And they even put blinders on at night to try to sleep, but they're trying to keep their energy clear, but they can't sleep. Or they're connecting. They have this big connection with the Queen of Swords over here, whether that's you or your partner. And why the Emperor up right here with the Empress reversed? I feel like she's vengeful. This is taking a load off. And that came up over here, I think, for Capricorn? I can't remember. This is dumping a load, right? Dumping your burdens or responsibilities. This can be a confession as well. This can be getting hurt because you were carrying too much. But it's coming up with the Magician here. So by using all these tools and making magic here, he's manifesting. Like it's no biggie for him. It's not like this much work for him because he has all the tools, the knowledge to do it. For him, it's just taking a load off. He gets to make magic. And it's like she wants that. This is someone who fell. She wants him to fall from grace, or take a fall and see how it feels to be in their place. In a separation, heartbreak, or perhaps a heart procedure, a disappointment. Because she's coming up reversed in both decks. All right, somebody's in a wake-up call. Like if this can also be the doctor telling her that if she doesn't start changing her habits, she's going to have a heart attack. So telling the Empress reverse that she's got to clean up her act. but I still feel like they're at war. Like she wants to make him fall from grace, or make him fall so that he understands what it's like to be in her place and why she does what she does. This is a wake-up call, an announcement, waking up the dead. Aquarius energy, that's you. Being exposed or exposing someone else, or exposing the family unhappiness or lack of emotional fulfillment for them. Being very present in the moment, or maybe doesn't like the gifts they got. Maybe they feel like they got ripped off in life. And then here's a lack of inspiration or frustration or bouncing off the walls of the Page of Wands reversed. So what is the sunshine and the Ten of Cups reversed? The Star of the Family. But there's abundance here, but there's no emotional abundance, right? This is time, money, and energy. So there's plenty of stability here for the Star of the Family, but there's no emotional happiness here. I don't know if you can see over that far, but see, because we have the, right here is the Ten of Cups reversed. That's the last card. So there's a lot of emotional unhappiness here, even though there's financial success. And that could be you, Aquarius, as the star, or maybe the other person is actually the star. Maybe you feel like that should be your energy. Maybe you have the wealthy family, even though the Emperor is the one more successful in their career. And then we have this, it's like wanting to expose that. But these are dark energies. You got the Magician who doesn't look nice at all, and then the Empress reversed as a pair, wanting to expose the unhappy emotional lack of fulfillment in this wealthy family, business, or community of the star. And then here's the Queen of, maybe they want to expose it to the Queen of Swords, who is the connection of the other person. And I kind of want to get back at them through this person. Who's the Queen of Swords in the connection? With the light. And there's Cancer energy here, as well as Libra energy there. And the Queen of Swords reversed. So she was reversed. She may have been very hurt by the legal system, or the Warrior here. Or this could be two separate people, right? A more militant person and a more judicial person. Didn't care what she had to say. This can be in court as well. This also could be Libra and Cancer, which can be part of her makeup. But they don't, this is the officials, they don't really care what she has to say. They don't care about her emotions. They just care about the law. And this could be a secret passion, or someone who's not using their intuition, or someone they see as not being in their integrity. But she's upright here. She's in a big connection with the sun, exposure, Leo energy. She's very well connected. And here's the Knight of Pentacles offering help, or to work at the home, or help someone move. And that could be the Page of Swords who needs help moving. It could be a child. Or not wanting to send the wrong message by doing too much for their child. Again, there's that energy of wanting the kid to learn for themselves, to initiate on their own, because they have trouble doing that here, right? And then maybe just don't have the money anymore to help them out. And then we have the Emperor, who's been very patient and hardworking, staying balanced and aligned, you know, working like a factory over here, with the Queen of Cups, and you see the King of Cups, they're both reversed over here. This can be also his parents. Maybe expressing the wounding from his childhood. He's been very patient, he's in power, he's in charge, working. Maybe the parents expect him to do everything for them, and she's in detox, and withholding money or playing hardball, trying to get something out of him, being strong, or with a pet, expecting him to pay the bills for that, and the children out of control, and trying to juggle everything at once, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and the King of Wands reversed, who may be exhausted of the messages or deliveries coming in from the King of Cups reversed. So it's very interesting. You would know better than I who all the players are, because the King and Queen of Cups are both coming up reversed. The Emperor's upright, but the Empress is reversed. And the King of Cups isn't coming up in the main read. The Queen of Cups is here. So let's see what your oracles have to say. I just feel like you think you're being taken advantage of, that you work too hard. Maybe you felt there were things promised that you didn't get. But I feel like that you want revenge here, or somebody does. Like threatening to expose the unhappiness of the family, or that the Emperor's not so perfect, right? The King of Swords isn't so perfect in his integrity, right? Wanting to prove them wrong. That kind of energy. And it can go both ways. But the middle of the read, if you are the Aries energy with Aquarius, you may feel free from the situation. You're dumping all your wands to find balance or settle out in the never-ending battle of feeling imprisoned or anxiety, whether that's kids or at work, but frustrated with the King of Pentacles. And that could be whether it's at work and the boss, or whether it's with family, with him and the Page of Pentacles. You may also feel like they humiliated you by not telling you something, right? They were manipulating here because they had all the tools. They knew, they have all the know-how. And either you want them to fall and hurt themselves to know what it feels like, or you want, or literally you want them to, you want to embarrass them or humiliate them like they humiliated you. Like, there's definitely some kind of, you know, wanting to get back at somebody there. Whether it's you and your partner, or your work person, your boss, your grandparent, your parent, your in-laws. Aquarius. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So there is chemistry here, but there's a need to let go of control. And the need to love yourself first. Don't worry about what they're doing. By loving yourself first, it will automatically unfold in the way that you'd like it to. The bottom of the deck is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And below that is passion. So I definitely wasn't getting that kind of energy from the header, you know, energies. So it could be two totally different Aquarians here. One feels very airy and the other one's very fiery. And maybe you have chemistry with the Emperor over here, but he's not paying any attention to you. And you're trying to control. Again, like I said, it feels like you're trying to get back at them. But you need to love yourself first, and that's not loving yourself first, because that means you're not happy. You need to give yourself happiness. That the underlying energy is passion that's worth waiting for. And it's all about divine timing. Maybe you're actually in chemistry class too. Maybe you're going back to school. And this can be the masculine versus the feminine Aquarius, could be different. Let's see what else comes up. Let's see what the energy deck has for you. It's not talking about love, it's talking about passion. So I don't know if it says it's worth waiting for in the underlying energy, the passion. There is chemistry, but there's control issues that need to go to allow the situation to unfold naturally. And maybe this is someone you're not with. that you need to love your current situation in order to get out of that situation into a situation you do want to be in. And that's why you have to allow it to unfold naturally, because it's about working on yourself. Because you feel imprisoned, you feel frustrated with the King of Pentacles, unless that's you. But you're coming up more fiery in air. And there's a lack of trust here. So I'm saying there's some vengeance here. This is for Aquarius. Came right up. What do you value? You have to figure out what's important to you. It's about not wanting to get what you want just because you want to get your way. Sorry about the noise. The dog is playing with the phone. But finding out what you value most. Is this really worth fighting for, what you're fighting for? Or are you just fighting for it so you can be right? Just make sure, because this is about chaos and groups. And making sure you know what you value. There's some anxiety here with the Garden and the Gate and the Union, the home. Making sure this is what you want. There may be some fear about going out on your own and doing what you love. And there's also the Dark Mother energy of envy and judgment in here. Like I said, there's some vengefulness coming up, that someone else has anxiety about making decisions, and that may be you. Okay, so whether it's the child, the mother, there's definitely feminine difficulty here. And I don't know who's making the decisions here, but there's anxiety here with the child, and there's Dark Mother energy here who's very envious and judgmental. And then a need to make a choice of path here, or do the dance, or be strong. And there's this is the Dark Mother energy, the woman who holds the power in the relationship. And she's not very friendly there, and it's coming up as being manipulative. This could be a mother, an aunt, a grandmother, or a wife. Whatever, it's going to be different for all of you. But she has lots of abundance, but she doesn't look very friendly about it. And she may be all about the one-to-one with the Two of Cups, and she wants what she wants. There's the journey of the Two of the High Priestess, and then the 11 looks like a 2 as well. Very much that feminine energy of the journey to abundance. Maybe it was a long road for her to get where she is, and she's not going to let go of it very easily. All right, one more from Lenormand. Maybe you had to wait a long time for this, or you were made promises that you're insisting on getting back, or maybe someone owes you money or time or energy, and instead of letting it happen, you're forcing your hand, which never works, because then the other person's just going to bounce the other way. It's about loving yourself first. This could be part of the wake-up call too, the ascension process. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Okay, there's an obstacle here, a mountain to climb, and there's the buck right there. And in this picture, there's 2 buck watching you, putting you under pressure to perform. And there's the Queen of Wands with the Page of Cups, which could be a mother and child energy who are very close, but maybe the masculine's very detached from the women, and the need to come full circle. But the wounded warrior energy is here. It's the suffering in silence, the unanchored, the ungroundedness, and the need for balance. And maybe mid-moon cycle, which is coming up next weekend, is a better time to try to find your way and walk away and within. So somebody might be thinking about walking away, or taking an abundant, blissful cruise, or overcoming that mountain, right? Getting over that hump, that obstacle. But again, there's the Queen of Wands is coming up as vengeful and spiteful, and that's the vehicle of infiltration that is used. So if that's you, the Knight of Wands commitment, there's a passion to the commitment, but it might be one-sided. The bottom of the deck is the home, the stability, and the King of Cups over here. And the Two of Cups, the one-to-one energy, and needing a map or directions to see where we're going next regarding the home or the relationship. There was abundance here in energetic exchange with the King of Pentacles. needing directions here with the 1-to-1, and this could be two men together as well with the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Needing direction and abundance, or having that in partnership, but perhaps there's an issue at home and relationships. Okay, I'm just going to pick a quick numerology deck card. What is Aquarius's next move? What do they need to do? So I don't know, you're the one with the anxiety, or the child is, or are you the one who's being vengeful? But there's definitely feminine energy around that, not masculine. So if you're a masculine Aquarius, it may be different. It may have to do with business partnerships. But the woman is holding the power here. What does Aquarius need to do next? What's their next move? What is their advice? What does Aquarius need to do next? 48 is walking away within. So there's both that and then financial discipline. So you may need to learn to say no. And there's also karmic completion here, ending a cycle here. And again, self-love. You're not loving yourself. None of those negative feelings are self-loving. So it's learning to love what you're in order to transcend the situation you're in to the next. The underlying energy is moderation and compassion here with the higher love. The need for that, to be more moderate. There's communication's really important here too. And there's definitely a happy ending over here. But that could be that 10 of Cups reversed. The need for a happy ending. Very important is communication and being more moderate, being more practical regarding patience, being more patient and angelic, or dealing with patience, or the fallen angel. And need to communicate less immaturely. That's what's coming up as well. So I hope that was helpful. I don't know if that's you or somebody else on the other end, but it's definitely all about loving yourself first. Again, walking away within, especially being more financially disciplined. There is karmic completion here, and the need to self-love and take a risk to love yourself first. So remember your water, your rest, your joy in your nature. You do have chemistry here, and you need to let go of control issues. Okay? So rise and be love. Have an amazing August, Aquarius. I'll see you soon.